the point of Ruth?
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tosh.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Edition. The all break, no gas? I'm very curious, since I don't get to tune in for the start of Green Bay game night or Green Bay early afternoon or whatever we're calling it when they play a noon game. Were there people who called in while Tausch was on complaining about them not stepping on the Vikings' throats? Because I thought they played it exactly the way they needed to. Edition. And the J.J. McCarthy is even worse than I thought. And somewhere the echoes of Mark Tauscher's advice are echoing through the halls of the Vikings facility in suburban Minneapolis. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios from his undisclosed location. After calling another Badgers victory, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Jason. How are you doing?
Well, yeah, I'm good. I don't understand, again, and maybe they're just more boisterous. Did you get any negative feedback in the post-game show about the way Matt LaFleur chose to approach the game?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it was like super negative. Obviously, you know, from my point of view, we started the post game early. I was at the game yesterday, and about 6 minutes left, five or 6 minutes left.
6, 7.
The group I was with, we said, let's call it. This thing's a wrap. And I joined the many Viking fans in exiting the stadium. Walked down, and we started the post game probably with, I think, 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. Could have left. I felt like once we got up by 10, it was a wrap.
Mm-hmm,
or 14. Maybe it was 14 that we were up. I thought it was a wrap.
17-6 felt pretty good.
Yeah, Zane Anderson's play, the following touchdown after it. Yep.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, it was over. You could tell pretty early on yesterday that they were not going to be able to complete the forward pass on a consistent basis. So that makes it really difficult to win. So when you have that, but there were callers, and obviously it's I think it's always more passionate after a tough loss. And
sure.
I felt like yesterday was exactly what everybody kind of thought was going to happen. I know it's almost to a T what I thought was going to happen with the interceptions and the lack of offense and the fact that I thought our offense was going to play kind of close to the vest. So there were some, and I think this is one of the things I've noticed as I've done more broadcasting. The media, and especially the TV guys and gals, really can dictate the topics of conversation.
I thought that's what we did.
Here's Green Bay going about their business and handling it like they should. And Greg Olsen, and again, I was at the game, so I was not listening. I only saw clips and people commenting and telling us, and I don't know if Jesse has any of the audio. But Greg Olsen basically said this is too conservative. Matt LaFleur was too, you got to let Jordan Love eat. And there's a lot of fans that feel that way. But there are some times that you have to just look at understanding what it is. So then I said, I have my own opinions. I didn't hear Greg's. And one of the things Homer asked was something of, like, what about the offense? And I thought yesterday, I have given Matt LaFleur a lot of grief.
You have?
Over the, years that he's been the head football coach. I think he's a good coach. I thought yesterday I thought he did a fantastic job. He had his guys ready. He knew what – one of the things I don't know if fans always kind of see or kind of get the notice on from coaches have ideas on how the game – when they finish their game plan, they have thoughts on how a game is going to go. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean it always goes that way, but I think most of the time coaches have game plans and ideas set up for what they think is going to work and what they think the flow of the game is going to be. And they obviously know, well, this team's really good on defense. We need to be more, or this team is really good on offense. We're going to need to be more aggressive on offense to kind of keep up, even though our defense is good. It's those kind of thoughts and thinkings, and they maybe have more fourth down plays in the game plan, or maybe, if a team can't stop the run, you bring in extra linemen. And yesterday I thought Matt LaFleur thought, they ain't going to score a lot of points. We have a game coming up, and never looking ahead, but I just felt like it was yesterday, let's just do what we do. Once we get a lead, we're going to just suffocate them out. And that's how the game played out. So while it wasn't the aerial attack that we're used to, you get 28 carries for a guy that doesn't usually get a lot of carries. You take you don't know what's going to happen on Thursday, and Matt LaFleur had his plan, and they executed exactly what his plan was. That's coaching. That's exactly what you're hoping for. So that's why I just had a hard time understanding why people would be upset about that, if they are.
And let's not lose sight of the fact, and it's great. I'm glad to hear that you and I were in, not cahoots, lockstep. We were in agreement, because that was kind of the feedback I was getting after the game as well from fans. And my argument is, not only are you without Josh Jacobs, and look, Emmanuel Wilson was fabulous yesterday. They played it conservative with Josh Jacobs, which was smart. We talked about it during the week. I told you what he had said to us when we were talking to him in the locker room. Emmanuel Wilson is productive. Their defense was lights out. J.J. McCarthy was who we thought he was, if not worse than what we thought he was. But let's not forget that Jordan Love has an AC joint injury in his left non-throwing shoulder, which, by the way, I believe is the injury that occurred last night to a more severe degree to Baker Mayfield, which is the injury that occurred to Carson Wentz. Remember when he was going through that game where he looked like he was going to die because he was in so much pain? That's what happens when that injury becomes more serious. Those are both to their non-throwing shoulders, those examples. So Matt LaFleur, also by running the ball repeatedly, kept his quarterback out of harm's way with an injury that, as Ian Rappaport reported accurately, is a AC joint injury, which can be painful and can get worse. So you also made sure that your quarterback was exposed less than he would if you were deciding to open up the offense the way Greg Olsen suggested. And also against a defense, Tausch, that we talk about Brian Flores all the time and what a good defensive coordinator is and all the confusion he creates. Well, if you run the ball and do it effectively enough, which is what they did, you don't have to worry about having a guy like, Eric Wilson come straight up the middle, unblocked completely, and get a shot on your quarterback. That happened a couple of times during the game. So if you run the ball, You keep him out of harm's way longer. I thought.
Yeah, that one throw he made on one of those blitzes, it was 3rd and 8 on the. We were sitting in the south end zone part, and the throw he made over the top of that linebacker, it was one of the best plays I've seen him make.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we ended up not going down and scoring. I don't think we got points. But to your point, one of the harshest criticisms I had of Matt LaFleur all season was the Cleveland Browns game. You knew you don't turn it over, you're winning the game. And I think it's very similar yesterday. The thought process had to be going into the game, all right, we're going to be very selective with any shots that we take, especially if we get a lead. And just don't – you know that there's one unit on that team that you're just markedly better than, and that's our defense versus their offense. And when you got a lead, you knew it was going to take a Herculean effort for them to do anything. This isn't where you're facing a Cowboys or a team that can go down and score a bunch and they can get points. That wasn't the case. So the Cleveland Browns game is a great example of playing to win that game, not what you're looking to be for the entire season. Yesterday was very similar to that. We say all the time, this is a week-to-week league. Now, you have to understand what the formula is for that week. This was the formula. This was what the staff, I'm guessing, got together on Monday of last week when they started getting their plan together and saying, this is how we're winning this game. And when you can draw that up and actually it plays out, that's exactly what you're hoping for. So while everybody would have loved to see Christian Watson have an 80-yard touchdown and Dobbs with a slant over the middle, all of that fun stuff would have been great. That wasn't what yesterday – that's not what the doctor called for. What happened is what the doctor called for, and you got your win in very easy fashion, and you're moving on a basically, and not a basically, you can eliminate the team that has gutted you in the division. You can take them out of the division race if you beat them Thursday. I think it then turns into Bears-Packers rather than the Lions lingering.
Wow.
You can knock them out. You beat them Thursday, they are KO'd in the division. They still will probably make the playoffs as a 7 seed, but they'll be KO'd from the division. Their hopes of a division title are going to be KO'd if Green Bay can go in there and knock them out on Thursday.
Wow. I didn't think in those terms. I'm intrigued by that. I want to get further into that. I do have one thing I want to talk about with you. I think we need. I'm not saying it's at the level of an intervention, but I didn't get to talk to you at the Tundra Trio. Yeah. Where did you get the George Costanza jacket? Because I want one too. What is that, Gore-Tex?
I don't. It's warm. So we sat outside. We had an indoor. Outdoor option yesterday, and I wasn't sure where our group was going to end up sitting, so we sat outside, and I didn't want to be cold. So I had a sweatshirt. I have other coats. Eleanor gives me a lot of grief. I don't even know where this coat lurked from, but I love it. And it does cause quite the conversational segues from people, but yes, it is Gore-Tex.
So I saw you yesterday from afar during Green Bay game day, and you were at the Tundra Trio. It's not the same color as George's, but it definitely reminded me of Costanza, like in the liquor store knocking over bottles. So I was wondering if you got any compliments on it, because I personally enjoyed it, and it looked very warm.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like it, if I'm being honest. I know most of my family does not like it. I do, and it keeps me warm, so I like it.
Which is all that matters. All right, I want to get to positives and negatives, and then I do. If you don't agree with Tausch and I want to hear from you, because I want to hear your argument. Because you and I could not agree more on this.
Yeah. And Jason, I want to make sure I'm crystal clear about
Please
this.
Be crystal, yeah.
What we did offensively yesterday.
will not work on
enough to beat
Thursday.
the Minnesota Vikings. Well, if you can finish my thoughts if you want. That's all right.
I figured I thought we had a thing going here where we agreed.
Would have been a nice little soundbite there if we would have let him finish that. Yeah.
Well,
at some point I'll. But what it will be, it was good enough to beat Minnesota. Won't be good enough to beat the Rams. Won't be good enough to beat the Seattle Seahawks. Won't be good enough to beat the Detroit Lions. Like, offensively, we will need more. So that's why I understand where Greg Olsen and Packer fans are coming from. I do. But that's not the NFL is get better, but what do I need to do to win this week? That's how the NFL works. And the Green Bay Packers did more than enough yesterday to beat a Minnesota team that I think, for anybody that thought that this team was going to win the division before the season started, shame on all y'all. You should have known better. Tried to tell you. I didn't think it would be this, or it would have eroded this badly, but it's not going to get any better. And I would think now, hopefully, if it does come down to Week 17 up in Minnesota, I just wonder if J.J. McCarthy will be the guy under center. Because if it is, you feel really good that Green Bay, if that's for a 1 seed or to win the division, you're going to feel pretty good heading up to the Twin Cities to get that done.
Okay, you're done now?
Yeah, good-looking coat.
I thought we were doing kind of like a prize
Jason,
pick.
I just started.
It's good to be right. That's what I was going for there. Sorry.
There was no pause and I don't know what indication there would have given you to think
I was setting it up as us being in such agreement that I thought if I finished, you said it's not good enough for a sound graph, whatever. Tell us, you know what's always good enough? Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Indeed, and when it comes to your home, the smart play, trust Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month only, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for $297 a month with zero interest for up to 72 months. If only there was a way. Now, we could talk to Gina, and I know we can't do this, but I think, what did Minnesota have in the second half, yardage-wise, yesterday?
4 yards. Same number of yards as the Packers had sacks.
I thought it was -1, and I was thinking, could we do -1 interest? Nope, we're going to stick with zero interest for up to 72 months. That is a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable, thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella and the Green Bay Packers, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
If you had negative interest, would that mean that Gina would be paying me? If I got
that's why I said we can't do that. I said that's why we can't do that.
Okay. We will get to our positives and our negatives, and I have a very interesting positive for you. Very, very interesting. And it was after the game. I'll tell you what it is. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Callen. From kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows, Callen makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallen.com.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Honey, look, 4 calling birds.
Do they have cell phones?
Well, yeah. They're called calling birds because they have 4 lines of Cricket 5G.
How do they pay?
Oh, easy. Each line is only $25 a month.
Who are they calling?
Beats me. One sec, gotta take this.
Join Cricket Nation and get 4 lines for $25 per month each. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. New lines only. All lines must be selected. Unlimited plan fees. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, they're long-lasting, and they are made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo and the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online, and keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Nothing pairs better with the day before Thanksgiving than hoops, friends, and the superior taste of Michelob Ultra. Join me, Josh DiMaggio, on the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team this Wednesday at 3rd Street Market Hall to watch the Bucks take on the Miami Heat. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and your chance to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks Suite tickets for the December 31st home game. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Deer Camp Milwaukee, Club Paragon Greenfield, and Bullwinkle's Brookfield.
Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long.
You hold a team to 6 points, it's great. And to be able to come up with so many turnovers like that, especially in the second half, it was a big-time job by everybody on the defense. And obviously, I'm not sure how many sacks we had, but, they're getting after him. And so, just a great job by them.
That is Jordan Love after the Packers' 23-6 victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Packers getting 3 takeaways, coming into the game with only 8 on the season. Zane Anderson with the creating a turnover by pushing the return man into the bouncing ball and then recovering.
Oh, Jelly, did you get Paul Allen's call of that? It was beautiful.
I will have it for us a little bit later in the show.
I sent that to you again. That obviously was the play of the game. Like, that swung everything. I felt like Green Bay was in control, but with Flores' defense and kind of how that goes, until you get up 2 scores, I'm always just a little skittish. Mm-hmm. And I just tweeted this, Jason, before you pay your tees off on the end of the game. I just want to give a little reminder to people, and I did this on the post-game show yesterday as well. For everybody saying, well, Green Bay should have been more aggressive, they should have done this. The only way that they were going to win that game yesterday was by creating turnovers and Flores kind of dominating with his defense, getting free hits and whatnot, right? It was 3 weeks ago. 3. that the Detroit Lions, the mighty Detroit Lions with their great offense and, Hutchison and all this greatness up there, they hosted this exact team with J.J. McCarthy as the quarterback.
Your
and a matter of fact,
your team,
not even as
your
fully.
ESPN.
Minnesota got their starting center back, and I don't know if Darisaw played. Darisaw struggled yesterday.
He did.
But
He played
Micah
very
Parsons
poorly.
Going to make a lot of people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So they were actually more fully loaded coming into Lambeau. And I want a refresher. What happened up in Detroit with that Minnesota team?
Are you asking
what
me?
Happened?
I just want to clarify.
I am, yes. You can, yes.
The Vikings won.
And they scored 27 points. Right?
Correct.
They won pretty handily. Detroit closed it late, made it look a little window, dressed it up. So for everybody that is poo-pooing, just make sure we recall, again, this week-to-week bit, the mighty Lions lost to this outfit, and this outfit was better suited personnel-wise yesterday than they were 3 weeks ago. That's all. Thank you very much, Jason, for giving me that time.
One take, that's all. Brought to you by Group of Offices. So, Tausch, what was your biggest positive from the game?
The running game. I mean, obviously, Micah and with what the defense was able to do, but, Homer said that it shouldn't count because J.J. McCarthy's the worst quarterback in the history of the world, and I said, come on now, let's take a beat. He isn't very good, but we kind of knew that. I love the way Matt LaFleur stuck with that run game, and Emmanuel Wilson, hard yards.
Mm-hmm.
Hard yards. 28 touches is what he had carrying the football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, what's Kennard? Was it Kennard that was U70 yesterday?
Darian Kennard, yes. Dolly Parton's distant cousin. Yep.
He comes in for, I think, 21 snaps yesterday. It was a thing of beauty. He put Belton in, and that's going to be a big question mark what they're going to do moving forward there at right guard. He came in and was, LaFleur had nothing but glowing things to say about the physicality that he brought.
Yeah, he's a mauler.
But that, to me, was the biggest positive on my end.
So what I enjoyed was, and I think you've been in the media auditorium once or twice. We sit, it's like in a movie theater. Not as comfortable as seats as in a movie theater, though. And then the podium is up at the front. And there are two large TV screens that are up near the ceiling that you can look up at and watch that the person at the podium normally cannot see. Well, in this instance, both Jordan Love and then Matt LaFleur could see it, and they had the Giants-Lions game on. And so Matt LaFleur is conducting his press conference while trying to multitask. And he had a great line. I don't know if we have the audio of this, but where I started to ask a question, I said, if you want to watch the end of this, I'm happy to wait. And he said, I'm kind of listening. But then after the game got done, after he got done with his press conference, he watched the remainder of the game with us, which was fun. Like, and as I've said about you when I've been around you watching football, you guys just see the game completely differently. And it is, you just feel smarter when you get to watch the game with somebody who knows the game that well. But it was an off-the-record session. But one thing that we did talk about amongst us and with Matt is how this season feels like, more than any other, that the any given Sunday thing applies, right? The Packers have demonstrated it. They lost at home to the Panthers. They lost on the road to the Cleveland Browns, who are terrible. You know, the Las Vegas Raiders are even worse, clearly. But the fact of the matter is that if you don't play smart, largely mistake-free football, you're going to get your blank beat. And the Packers have demonstrated that. The interception late in Cleveland. The fumble in the red zone by Savion Williams early against Carolina. The fourth down mistake they make against Carolina. The interception Love throws. So I just thought that they played the exact game that was required yesterday. And to your point that you were making earlier, I would add, no one here, no one on this program, no one who was in the stands thinks that you can play that game and win in a couple of days on Thanksgiving, including Matt LaFleur. So the let it rip, you're going to need Jordan Love to have one of his Jordan Love really great games as opposed to completing 14 passes and basically making 2 significant throws all day. That will not work. They'll have to play a different game. But for a guy who has taken a lot of criticism and was getting some before the game from our buddy Steve Scafidi when we were on Green Bay game day, and I don't usually get after people, but I felt like I, upon further review, was harsher than I meant to sound. But, he's talking about how Matt LaFleur is a bad steward.
Is that why I saw Steve, walking out of that booth, it kind of teared up? That's what happened?
Well,
Bully-balled him.
No, I would just say that I disagreed vehemently with his position. And my point is that Matt LaFleur is not a perfect coach. We all get it. But for the crowd that is so down on him constantly and wants to see him fired and all this other stuff, he did exactly what was required. Now he has to try and do that again 4 days later. And if they go into Detroit and win on Thanksgiving, because, look, they can play what apparently Greg Olson was looking for. They did it on Thanksgiving 2 years ago. That was the all-gas, no-brakes guy. Remember? If that's what's required on Thursday, they're capable of that, especially with the way Christian Watson is playing. So I just thought the biggest positive was they played exactly the way they needed to get what they needed to get done. And now we'll see if they can do it again on Thursday. Not the same as poo-poo. What did you have for your biggest negative?
I still think, and this is, kind of, being a little bit nitpicky, yards per carry and just the running game in general, I think had that punt not bounced the wrong way, as far as if you're a Viking fan and the way it bounced obviously was great for Green Bay. It felt as if Minnesota was able to run the football a little bit more than I thought they would. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse.
Early on, for
4.7 per carry. That's a little bit more than I'd like. But outside of that, I don't know what I could walk out of there complaining about yesterday. It was just a yeoman's work-like lunch pail game, and everybody kind of did their job. I don't have a ton of negatives from yesterday's game.
So I thought one of the positives was that Carrington Valentine and Kamal Hadden, who had never played an NFL regular season defensive snap before, both got them through the game. But again, this is why J.J. McCarthy being so bad is part of makes it hard to evaluate.
Pretty good starting point, though, to be able to shut Jay Jettis down like they did.
Right.
That means they're probably pretty good corners.
Well, and look, Valentine, they put Valentine on Justin Jefferson for that exact reason. But we were one more snap away from Bo Melton playing corner, which, again, part of me wants to see, frankly, and part of me doesn't. So I think the biggest negative with a short week is great story. Hey, Kamal Hadden, great story. Going to write about him today. Awesome. Happy for him. Good dude. I don't want him trying to cover any of the Lions receivers. And if you're not going to have, you don't have Nate Hobbs, which, again, I think Carrington Valentine has been a significant upgrade. But if you also don't have Keyshawn Nixon, that's going to be a pretty big hill to climb against that offense if you're playing with Kamal Hadden and Carrington Valentine as your top two corners. So
do you agree with Homer? Because Hadden wears 36, right? I just
he
want
does,
to make sure.
Correct. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with Homer that if you make the Hall of Fame, every number should be retired?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
He thought no. No, he thought that they should, and then I said, well, how the heck are you going to end up having to put decimal points jerseys?
Triple digits. 140.
No, I think he'd go decimal points before he'd go triple digits. But, yeah, he was convinced that every player that has made the NFL's Hall of Fame, that number should be retired. So I said, well, Green Bay, you'd be running really low on numbers.
You would. 29 guys in the Hall of Fame. I'm curious. So how do you, like, Bulaga was there yesterday, Corey Lindsley was there yesterday, obviously you were there yesterday. Is there anything, when you watch a guy who wears your number, is there any thought of that while you're watching the game? Any at all?
Thought of what?
That he's wearing my number. That's my number. Like, do you watch that guy any more closely or anything?
You lease those jerseys. You don't own them.
With an option to buy if you get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame and play at an even higher level to get it retired.
Maybe.
Because come on, one of the things that I like on that point, and then we'll get to calls if we even have any, because nobody's really angry today, I don't think. I kind of like the legacy number deal, right? Like 36 was obviously Leroy Butler, and then Nick Collins had it. Like, I'm not sure Kamal Haddon, who, again, is a young player, and we don't know what his career arc will be, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of it being like a meaningful number to have because of what other guys have accomplished wearing it. 75 wasn't Forrest Gregg 75 once upon a time?
Yeah. Yep.
So I just, Aaron Banks proudly wearing number 65, just as Lane
He's
Taylor
been playing a lot
did
better.
Before.
I'm gonna give Banks credit. He was not great, and I don't know if they found something with how they've rotated or set him out on Fridays now. He's been playing a lot better ball the last couple weeks.
I would agree. All right, we will get to your calls and texts. Jesse, has there been a lot of activity today, or is just everybody happy?
We've got 4 calls on hold right now, so they're starting to roll in. There's some things to talk about, I think. We'll see where we go.
Well, the Carbless Talk and Text line is 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is how you can get in on the conversation. We will also be checking the YouTube comments, which are always, as Jesse well knows, very positive. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Carbless, less is more. We've got our jingle for your Kringle contest. It's back for another year with Racine Danish Kringles. Jesse, what's the deadline on that? Do you have the deadline when you have to have your entry in?
We got a couple of weeks. I forgot the exact deadline. Couple of weeks.
Okay, I think it's like December 14th-ish, so you got to get started on it now. Don't procrastinate and then miss the deadline. 60 seconds, include the phrase, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition, and you will be entered for your chance to be selected as the winner, and the winner gets Kringle for a year. Kringle of the Month Club, as we like to call it, with Racine Danish Kringles. Again, Racine Danish Kringles, call 800-4DANISH or go to Kringle.com to place your order today. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. With delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian, Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Steinhoffel's biggest Black Friday sale is happening now. Save 10% store-wide and get $50 instant cash back for every $4.99 you spend. Plus, get a $200 MasterCard rewards card when you use your Steinhoffel's credit card. And get amazing doorbusters like recliners at $229 and sofas just $299. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premier delivery on everything. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's early Black Friday deals have arrived, in-store and online while supplies last. Right now, shop early Black Friday-like savings store-wide on the things you need and the brands you love. Like up to 60% off select dog beds, just $9.99. 20-pound bags of KT Nut and Fruit Blend bird food, only $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. And all men's Carhartt work boots are 25% off. Don't miss early Black Friday deals in-store and online only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Will Summers. The Golden Eagles grinded out an 85-71 win over Central Michigan to get back above 500 on Saturday. Chase Ross led the way with 27 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds, while Ben Gold's late three gave Marquette some breathing room. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
We got to be better, with our connectivity when the chips are down. This was a baby step in the right direction.
The Golden Eagles will look to take another step forward as they prepare for Oklahoma on Friday.
Your business is unique, and your health plan should be too. At United Healthcare, our group health plans are built for you and your employees. Whether you're running a small startup or managing a large enterprise, we offer solutions designed to fit your needs, your goals, and your budget. Explore your options today at uhc.com/Wisconsin. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Bounce for Green Bay at the 6. Price ran in there and touched it. What are you doing? It's bouncing about at the 5. I mean, this is so ridiculous. Seriously, after the special teams L on Devin Duvernay last game, and Price lets it fly over his head, and then for whatever the reason decides to run back by the ball.
That is the call on K-Fan in Minneapolis by everyone's favorite play-by-play man. He was in the press box yesterday. He's a friendly guy, Paul Allen. But
what are you doing?
First of all, I don't think their return guy, Miles Price, actually did try to field it. What he did, I was talking to Zane Anderson about this, is that he chose to try and block Zane Anderson when the ball was nearby him. And they are taught to then take that player and try to shove him into the ball, which is exactly what Zane Anderson did. So his mistake wasn't he was trying to field it. His mistake was allowing himself to – he should have just gotten out of the way. What do they call that, Tausch? A Peter call? Like, just get away from the ball. Yep. And instead, Zane Anderson is able to physically push him into the ball and then recover it. And that Matt LaFleur called it the play of the game. Everything changed with that play.
No blank.
What are you doing?
I mean, think I never understand. Listen, punt returning is the hardest job. To me, it is a hard job. You got people running 20 miles an hour, screaming at you. You got wind, you got sun, you have decisions to make whether you're going to fair catch. You don't know, the ball spins differently. There's all kinds. But in this instance, once you make the decision that you're going to let it go and not land and not catch it, just get out of the way. If they make a play on it, great.
Right.
I'm not interested in trying to block it and let Zane block me into it. That's where Paul Allen. I think Paul Allen called that exactly right. What are you doing? Get out of the way. And you don't, and give Zane credit for taking advantage of it. So for as hard as I've been on Bisaccia, his kicker made kicks. They had the game-changing play. So kudos to Rich for the week. Now let's do it again on Thursday.
What are you doing?
844-770-3776. Let's get to your calls. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talking text line. Lists is more. Start with Eric in Green Bay. Eric, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Super.
Very good. I'm gonna lead off with negatives right away. And I'll tell you what, I just returned from a trip out to the great land of Canada. I was in Vancouver. I had a Packer hat on, and someone from pretty far away just gave me a "Go Pack Go," and I was far enough away where I didn't even know if they were talking to me. And turned around, got I was hoping this was somehow Ricardo in Canada. I had this fleeting thought of the Williams House universe was coming together. It was not. So that was my biggest letdown, Packer related from the week. I know.
It's a pretty good negative. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Everybody was very kind in Canada, so I'm thinking they must have somehow interacted. I don't know how many degrees of separation from Ricardo, but he was there in spirit. Positives from the game. I'll lead off. Obviously, I touched on Emmanuel Wilson. I think what I'd just like to see was, obviously, it's foolish, the conversation that we're better off without Josh Jacobs, but it's cool to see that if or when he does need to take an expanded role in this offense, whether that's if Jacobs gets a little bit banged up at the end of the year. I think back to when that happened to Aaron Jones a couple years back, we kind of fell apart a little bit, that he's capable of taking on a bigger role in this offense, or whether that's a year or two down the road if they decide to part ways with Josh Jacobs. Not wow, we have our guy, but this guy could be part of a rotation or part of the equation, and when needed, the offense can lean on him. And like you mentioned, those yards were kind of tough to come by. I think 3.8 yards per carry isn't something that this big, robust number. The longest run of the day was 12 yards. So it's kind of cool to see as we got a 100-yard rusher, but that wasn't inflated by some 40, 50-yard run, and then the rest of the carries were 2.3 yards a carry. So it was cool to see him take on that role.
They ground it out for sure.
I'm happy for him. Yeah. Absolutely. What was it last year you called them pickaxe guys? And that's what I was thinking of yesterday. We might have another pickaxe guy on the team.
Pickaxe.
Well, Eric, I hear the little one in the background. We'll let you go. Thanks for the call. I was a little nervous after the pregame show because Gabe Neitzel was among the Packers' offense is better without Josh Jacobs, forcing them to run out of shotgun. They ran a lot out of shotgun again yesterday with Emmanuel Wilson. So it would appear, Tausch, that's not just a Josh Jacobs thing, right?
Well, that could be the shoulder deal that Jordan's dealing with too.
Right. Good point.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know what their offense will evolve to, but for those of us because I don't disagree with the part about the shotgun runs. There were a ton of them. I get it. I would like to see if and when that shoulder is fully healed again, and if they can get through another couple games that way, that would allow that to happen. I still get him moving, move the pocket, rollouts, bootlegs. I still think that I find to be a fair criticism of their offense, that we don't see that as frequently. I think that's very fair. Let's get to another call before the break. 844-770-3776. Let's go to Reggie in Texas. Reggie, good morning. Welcome to Willie Tausch. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good morning, y'all. You make me laugh. You guys are sneaky funny. The digital or the decimal on the retired jerseys is pretty good. Love that. I wanted to jump in on something real quick. First of all, I'm not going to pretend to know what Tausch knows, but even on the touchdown run, Emmanuel Wilson, Morgan missed his block. I mean, he ran the defender over at the goal line. So I guess they finally reached the red line with Morgan where they said, hey, listen, we got to make the change. I think Belton's just more physical. Even when he wasn't making blocks, he was trying to be physical. And you can see that even at home watching as a viewer. And I'm like, two real quick points. Emmanuel Wilson presses the hole. And I don't think, I'm not comparing him to Jacobs, but sometimes that different style where you just go in and press the hole and the offensive line knows you're coming right behind them. You're not swinging and swerving. And my third point, and then I'll hang up and listen. They seem to make a conscientious effort to throw the ball to Watson more, which I think is in their best interest. I'll hang up and I'll listen.
So a couple things there, and thanks for the call, Reggie. First of all, let's start on the offensive line. I don't know what Jordan Morgan will be, presuming he is the starting left tackle in 2026. But you've heard Brian Bulaga say on this program, who was a very good right tackle in his own right, he could not play guard. Just couldn't do it, right? He admitted that. Is it possible that Jordan Morgan just shouldn't be a guard?
Sure.
So to Reggie's point, I noticed that same play, and he has struggled, and they started the game in a rotation, and they ended it with Belton every single series after I think Jordan Morgan played 2 series, and that was it.
21 snaps is what I believe I saw the final tally for Jordan Morgan.
So what do you do with him, Tausch?
You ride the hot hand, and I think, for as much as I think the Green Bay Packers have mismanaged Jordan Morgan.
I agree.
I think it's been a complete you drafted him to be the left tackle. Then you go to camp and Sheed Walker wins it in a day. There was no competition. That was 2 camps ago. And then he's hurt and he's battling. And last year was kind of really not much of a developmental year. He got in and played a little bit, but missed a lot of time. And then this year you kind of let him play left tackle for a big chunk of camp. He did some nice things in the preseason. And then all of a sudden it's like, all right, you're going to battle Sean Ryan over at right guard to get reps, right? And I don't know. And he's playing left guard. And then it just – I don't feel like you've put him in a position to win. Now, that is not to say you are out there, you got to play. And if you don't, you're not going to play. And he had an opportunity to kind of take hold of that guard spot. And obviously his production and consistency hasn't been where it needs to be. So for a guy that I think most of us thought was going to be a tackle in Belton, he's now getting an opportunity to show what he can do. So Jordan Morgan at guard, it hasn't worked as well as I think everybody hoped it was going to. And now I think you're looking at him being maybe that swing tackle, maybe going in at right guard if something happens. I don't know if you're going to put him as one of at all 4 spots he's first in. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the case. But it feels as if yesterday was kind of the, all right, and then when I hear what Matt LaFleur had to say, without saying I have to watch the film, that tells you kind of where his mindset's at. They want to be that. They want that physicality, and Belton's a big dude now. So that's great. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in a game that you don't sit and bring a swing, that 6th lineman in. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you right now, what teams are going to mug linebackers, and they are going to test Belton passing off stunts and doing all kinds of fun stuff that forces you to move your feet and snap guys off quickly. And we'll see if he can hold up on that end of it, because that is what will happen, and we'll see if he can hold up.
I'm trying to find it here in the YouTube comments, so I'm sorry for not citing whoever asked this, but it's a really good question. Is Anthony Belton going to be a very good pass blocker? Like, I feel like his mauler style made sense when you're running the ball the way you were yesterday. If you have to throw the ball a lot more against Detroit, in Detroit, is he still the best choice at right guard? I thought that was a really fair question. Is that not fair? Is that reasonable to wonder?
Yeah, that's literally what I just said. Yeah, I think it's great when you're going to bring a tackle in and you're going to maul people and run the football a ton, but you're going to be tested in a big way if it's a game that, and I think most of us think you're going to have to throw the ball and put up points. I don't think as many as everybody else thinks. That's just going to be my initial. As we get closer to Thursday, I'm not sure where is Detroit. They're going to have a lot more answers to the test because I'm going to tell you, I was at that game, the opener, and it was Goff is scared and Charlie checked down and he got off his – because I'll say this, Hafley is going to say, don't let Goff get comfortable. We're going to make him move.
All right, get him off the spot.
And you know what? Gibbs just had 180 carries for 600 yards yesterday. How bounce-backable is he going to be in 3 days? Because they ain't beating us if Gibbs don't have a day. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they go more Montgomery and Gibbs combo, and they're going to try and shorten the game. So I don't think that's going to be an old shootout at the OK Corral on Thursday. I think it's going to be a lot grittier than what people think.
I would agree. I think they have made some strides on the offensive line. I am curious to see what they can do on Thursday. But to your point about
is Belton starting at right guard on Thursday?
See
Jason,
that
your best, not your reporting, your opinion.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, because I don't think that Jordan Morgan is as god awful as we are starting to wonder if he is. Because I got a lot of that yesterday too. I would say that I think he's probably right about who he should be, right? He said from the very beginning, I want to play left tackle. It's where he's played his entire life before getting to the NFL. But if you can pass protect, I think you need to be able to do that. And I don't know how good Anthony Belton will be in that role. I don't. Because he had never played guard before. We'd never seen him play guard.
Yep. So I mean, who's starting at right guard, in your opinion?
I think they might choose to rotate them, and then if they get into more of a throwing mode, I think then Jordan Morgan will play. Because remember, a couple weeks ago, when they were still rotating at right guard, there was a week where Jordan Morgan played the entire game, and Sean Ryan didn't play at all. And then the next thing you knew, they looked at the film from that game and said, "No,
this could be
we need to go back to rotating."
New trend. So you're saying offensive line specialist, like a pooch punter or a nickel corner, you're saying you are going to be our pass blocking specialist. So third downs, you let Belton go first and second down, and you run Jordan Morgan on if it's 3rd and 4+? Is that what you're advocating for? Because it would be transformational in this business to do that.
Not saying that, but when you run a game like they did yesterday, it was playing to Anthony Belton's clear strengths. I don't know if you feel as strongly about him being the better option if you're not playing the game the way they played it yesterday.
I do think you could ask this question and get some laughs and also get a really poignant answer.
Or get laughed out of the media auditorium.
You'll get laughed out of the building. But you're thick-skinned. You don't care about that.
Yes, there's one thing I am.
Can you imagine?
And that's thick-skinned.
This would be unbelievable. This has not been done in the 150 years of football. If the Green Bay Packers go about their business and say, you are our pass-blocking specialist, you're only coming in on pass-blocking downs. Nobody's done it, Jason. There's been a hat that falls off or a shoelace that's untied. But we are going to go, you know what, boys? It's 3rd and 6. Get on in there for Belton. You're going to take the pass-blocking reps. That would be something.
I feel like I'm being ridiculed.
Only slightly.
Tell us about Tito's vodka.
Jason, it's never been done.
You're thick-skinned.
This is transformational football you're bringing
I am not suggesting that they shuttle offensive linemen in based on whether...
No, you're saying if it's going to be a passing game, you're doing this, and if a running game, I'm saying why not bring, if Belton's your guy for first and second down and you don't know if it's run or play action, all right, but if it gets to 3rd and 6, hey, keep them fresh. Hey, let's go. And then if they get the first down, Beltsy, you're back in there. Let's go. It would be unprecedented.
Just like Tito Beveridge, I'm a visionary.
Oh, he was a visionary, still is. And you know what? Tito's, doesn't matter if it's game day, post-game, whatever it might be, Tito's handmade vodka is always my go-to. We saw a bunch yesterday. A lot of Bloody Marys for that 12 o'clock kick. Then afterwards, you mix it with, it's a little chilly. A little bit chilly, you can put a little cranberry, whatever it might be. It's always Tito's in my glass. And Tito's makes great drinks, no question. They also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
More of your calls on the Carbless Talk and Text line next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Callen. From kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows, Callen makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallen.com. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and when it comes to my home, I want a team that I can trust, and that's Lifetime Home Services. From cleaner air and radon safety to custom closets and electrical work, they do it all under one roof. What I'm most excited about right now is their epoxy floors. They make your garage clean, durable, and organized with shelving and storage to get everything off the floor. For over 30 years, families have trusted Lifetime Home Services to make their homes safer and better looking. Trusted solution, lifetime results. Schedule today at lifetimehomeservices.com.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY40. That's HOLIDAY40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
Nothing pairs better with the day before Thanksgiving than hoops, friends, and the superior taste of Michelob Ultra. Join me, Josh DiMaggio, and the ESPN Milwaukee Street Team this Wednesday at 3rd Street Market Hall to watch the Bucks take on the Miami Heat. We'll have prizes, ice-cold Michelob Ultra, and your chance to win a pair of Ultra Club Bucks suite tickets for the December 31st home game. Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Milwaukee Bucks. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Deer Camp Milwaukee, Club Paragon Greenfield, and Bullwinkle's Brookfield.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This season, the Bucs are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, narrated by Bucs legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucs on the Bucs Plus audio network. Behind the Bucs is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts. Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long.
I just think it's how he prepares. I think Ben does a heck of a job with him and the rest of our running backs. I think Josh is a great mentor for him, and it's pretty cool to watch his progression since he got here and how far he's come. I thought that first touchdown run, there's a free hitter in the hole, and for him to run with that low pad level, that's something that we're stressing to him all the time because he is a big, powerful back. He's kind of unassuming at times, but he is powerful. And when you run with the right pad level, it just shows you what he's capable of doing.
That is Matt LaFleur on Emmanuel Wilson, who runs for 107 yards, first running back for the Packers this season to eclipse the 100-yard mark. And Matt LaFleur calling the same running play over and over and over again during the course of that game. He said he'd never done that before. That's the approach he was taking.
But you know what? That Wisconsin is finally starting to rub off on him. That's what we do in Wisconsin. We run 28 zone, and when we're in Green Bay, we run 96 power, and you just keep rolling until they don't know what to do. So I'm glad to see after 7 years, Matty has gotten that Wisconsin run into his blood. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Let's get to some more calls, and then we'll...
I don't love the fact you're not leaning into your Da Vinci-ness. Like, you're finally doing something Da Vinci-esque, and you don't want to lean into it. Matter of fact, you're scurrying out. Like, it's great to have visionary thoughts, and you... I don't know if you kind of dumbed into this or if this was legit what you're thinking, but you have Da Vinci-esque thoughts, and you decide... I'm going to scurry from them? Like, just think if Da Vinci felt that way. All the innovative things he did, and he ran because he was afraid of a little pushback and some laughter? Ha! The world wouldn't be the same place, Jason. So lean in. Lean in.
Da Vinci.
Go ahead.
It's quite the
Is he the greatest innovator of our time, or who would we say is the
wasn't exactly
greatest
our
innovator?
time, I'd say, but
well, of time. Yes.
I'd say Da Vinci.
Of our time.
Da Vinci has to be among the great innovators in all of history, yes.
Yeah,
Who
he was
else
a
is in that
five-tool innovator for sure.
Who else is in that category? Is Galileo in there?
Edison.
Who are the innovators that we need
Edison
to
with
put
the
Wilkie
light
in the
bulb.
category with?
Edison.
Franklin. Yeah, he's more of an inventor, but okay, we'll give you that.
Kyle Shanahan.
I don't know why you do that, Jesse. I don't know why you do that.
I thought it was a pretty good line, actually. All right. First of all, I'm not Da Vinci or Galileo or any of the great innovators because Tausch is making fun of me, which is fine. But no one is putting in offensive linemen. Yes, you are.
I'm not making fun of you.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
It's the same concept as playing
you can ask
Josh Wiley over Luke Musgrave at tight end. Oh, we're only going to put Musgrave in when we throw. We're only going to put Wiley in when we run. Like, you can't, no one's doing that at right guard. I'm not an innovator. I'd be an idiot. What's Homer's line? Visionary or idiot? You know that this is idiotic. You're making fun of me. Just acknowledge it.
No, I want you to ask Matt LaFleur in a meaningful way.
So I can look like an idiot.
The rotation. about the rotation and say, is it possible, if you feel like one guy is a better pass blocker, to bring him in when it's 3rd and 5+? I don't think that's idiotic at all.
Benjamin Franklin, great innovator with the kite and the
good.
lightning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know Jason won't agree with me on this, but obviously Musk has done some pretty innovative things. In today's day and age, I don't know who else you put in that category.
David Gruber at Gruber Law Offices, the way he has innovated.
Is he calling? Is he get called today, David Gruber?
No, there'd be one call. That's all.
Visionary
from him,
you are?
Yeah, no, he's a visionary. And he will win your case. He and his team are the best in the business. They've been doing it for 40 years nearly, and that's why you need to make the call if you've been injured. And if you haven't, good. I'm glad you don't have to call. But if you have been injured in an accident, that's the call to make. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666, Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. I want to apologize to those of you who are on hold because we squandered that final segment with Tausch making fun of me with my innovative idea. We will get to your calls at the top of the 10 o'clock hour in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. With delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian, Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for the Pickler Menominee Falls, and it is now open, your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer, 15 days for just $30. That's 2 full weeks of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out today at thepickler.com, and we'll see you on the court.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's early Black Friday deals have arrived in-store and online while supplies last. Right now, shop early Black Friday-like savings store-wide on the things you need and the brands you love. Like 2-pound bags of Blaine's brand whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts, just $10.99 each. Select boxes of Winchester 9mm ammo, only $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. And women's Alfred Dunner apparel is half price. Don't miss early Black Friday deals in-store and online only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Leeds House begins now. Jim in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube comments with a good point. I looked at this morning as well when the snap counts were out. The tight end snap counts. Maybe I can have a pass blocking right guard and a run blocking right guard. The tight end snap counts with them going very heavily toward running the football yesterday. John Fitzpatrick, 40. Josh Wiley Coyote, 27. Luke Musgrave, 25. So much for that's been addressed, and he'll play more snaps next week. Not with the way they chose to play. Also, one of the questions that I should have asked after the game and didn't, Lucas Van Ness played 6 snaps. Now, I don't know if that was they had him on a snap count and they just wanted him to get back for a little bit of work, or did he re-injure his foot? So that was one of the things that probably should have been asked and didn't, because I did notice that
he went to giving you an
played.
answer at that point. He went to giving you an answer.
Well, he would. I think he would have acknowledged that he might have re-injured his foot. Like, we got to take a look at that. He had some discomfort or whatever else. But
sure.
That would have been worth asking. All right, let's get back to your calls, because I know there's a bunch of you waiting on hold. There are some open spots as well. Jesse standing by, waiting for you on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Let's go up to the UP and talk to Don. Don, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Hey, Wilde and Tausch. First time, long time. I love you guys.
Wow, I love that.
We love you too, Don.
So now wait, if you're a long time, what made you a first time today? What did we say that made the spirit move you to call?
Well, it's we've been all hearing about the haters about Matt LaFleur's play calling the last month, and we all get it, right? It's slow, it's boring, predictable, but for the most part it's worked. We're in a position to take over the division here during the final stretch. But it's funny how the narrative is so different from last week to this week when you lose a game that was close and you win a game that was a blowout, right? And I guess my take with ball has always kind of been play as conservatively as possible to win a game. Take advantage of your situations, especially against bad teams or teams you should beat before you get to December, and then you pull out your unscouted looks when it matters, and you got to have it. Everybody can be Detroit, and run trick plays to Dan Skipper in September, and then when it's on the line against the Commanders and you need a play, you're throwing a trick pass with J-Mo when the whole world literally is expecting it. Yesterday was a textbook November game at Lambeau. You control the clock, shove the ball down your opponent's throat, and you play violent defense, and it was they hacked out that win, and it could have been a heck of a lot worse. But really, we kind of just did whatever we had to do to win the game and didn't do anything else.
Yep.
But I wanted to go back to the Eagles game just a minute here, if that's all right. And Tausch, if I remember right, you play some blackjack casino now and then, is that right?
That is correct. Hard Rock Casino Rock.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what's the you got a 12, the dealer's showing a 6? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not hitting.
Oh, okay, you got to stand, right? Okay. So what about you got a 16, dealer showing a 7?
Hit.
Gotta hit it.
You got to hit. And why?
Yep.
Because math, right?
Math.
So
you got to math has to math. Yep.
Because math. So you got a defense sitting in a too high shell. What do you got to do?
Run the ball.
Run.
You're damn right. You want to take a deep shot, but you can't. That's what they're sitting back there waiting. And sometimes you just can't execute, right? And but at the end of the day, you run a predictive model on this, and over time, maybe not just in the Eagles game, it didn't work out for us, but over time, you will find that running the ball against a too high shell is your best move statistically. And that's what we tried to do against the Eagles, and it didn't work. It damn near worked. We had them on the ropes, but just couldn't pull it out at the end, right? And we'll make a little changes, and Tausch, you kind of alluded to it already.
Don, quick question for you.
Yes,
you
sir.
brought up blackjack.
Yeah, let's hear it, Tausch.
So here's how I look at yesterday. Sometimes you're playing a team with an offense like Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott's going to be at 18, 19. He's going to have an 8 showing or a 9 showing. J.J. McCarthy and what Cleveland, even with Joe Flacco, who, by the way, I poo-pooed Joe a little bit, But with J.J. McCarthy yesterday, you are playing all day. And this is the dream when you sit down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. You sit down, and there is a 6 in that dealer showing every time. A 4, a 5, or a 6. And you are sitting there, and you're like, all right, man, if I have a 9, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to double. I'm going to double with a 10. I'm going to double with an 11. And anything else, I am going to make sure that dealer has to draw a 5 or less or doesn't have a 10 underneath. But I'm going to make sure they have to come and beat me. Bill Belichick said, more teams lose games than win them. Yesterday was a game. The only way we were going to lose that game is we lose it ourselves. More NFL games are lost because you lose them than by somebody else going out and winning them. That was what yesterday was about. That's what
you're splitting 8s, doubling down when you shouldn't, taking shots, trying to go for the jugular when you don't need the jugular.
You just take the wins when you can get them. That's right, Don. Great
call.
That
was brilliant. You might be the innovator. You might be Galileo here.
Oh, no, I'm the innovator of this. Just for the record. I am the innovator of this show, Don. But I'm telling you, Da Vinci Wilde over here finally gets one, but he didn't have the courage to jump out on that ledge and test the process to see if it is the vision that he wanted. Thanks for the call, Don. We appreciate you.
Hold on, Tosh. I got one more thing for you. I want you to build on this, if you can.
All right.
So what do we see now? It's easy to run the trick plays when you're at the max with AC Slater and pulling rabbits, because everybody knows the rabbit's coming. What are we going to see coming here in December? Now we've got our own mix of coming up here. We've got Jaden Reed being healthy, possibly Marshawn Lloyd. We've got this, as you called it, unprecedented 6-man rotating front. Watson's healthy. Kraft is gone. What changes are we going to see that the unscouted looks that the league hasn't seen yet as we make a run?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I think you're going to see maybe a special teams. You let Whelan get out, maybe make a fake punt. I think it's going to be more special teams than on the offensive side of it, but that's the beauty of it. And you're right. If you think back, and again, I know Belichick has taken some shrapnel for his last season, but think when he was in his heyday, he would play games like this and just win, let the other team lose it for themselves. And when did he always pull out trick plays? Teams that were stout, that were it's really hard to move the football. Baltimore, double passes from Edelman, tackle eligibles, skirting the rules to get guys that you don't know who's eligible, who's not. You think back, that won them some games. So great point by you in bringing up, hold those puppies. Why would you use one yesterday when you don't need it? Why would you do it? If you need to against the Bears, so be it. But right now, you hold those puppies close, and you see the Philadelphia special. When do they run it? 4th and goal in a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how you win. You take those calculated risks when that dealer maybe doesn't have a
You're not taking a hot chick to a date in September. You're taking her to the prom.
Don, we got to let you go.
I think you want to take a hot chick to every date you could possibly take.
Budding bromance there between Tausch and Don in the UP.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We need Don brought some good stuff there.
He did. He's the Da Vinci of the callers today.
Is he?
I don't know. I do know that American Family Insurance and you and Sarah have a great thing going here for the holidays.
We do. I'll tell you what was fun. So this spot that Sarah and I taped runs at the Jumbotron, both at football, basketball, and hockey games, and there was a group of loud Illinois fans right in front of us at the booth on Saturday. And all of a sudden, one of the moms was talking to us at halftime. And then all of a sudden, Sarah and I pop up on the Jumbotron. And all the Illini turn and put their head in is that you? I said, oh, baby, that's me. Sarah and I are teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All of the donations, they go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of kids and families across the country. Plus, American Family Insurance will match every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
Was there more to that story?
I wanted to get the read in.
The conclusion kind of left us wanting more. It was a good story.
Well, what I was trying to say is it was awesome that we were up on the Jumbotron because I'm sitting here and we're obviously promoting this because we want to get to $100,000. 50 from us and our fans and 50 from American Family to get the $100,000 for the American Family Children's Hospital. And it was nice to see that play out right in front of me at the game with the Jumbotron up, and they looked, and they turned back and said, "Oh my, that's you." I said, "Yeah, let's do it, baby." So that was the story. What else were you looking for from me?
I don't know.
And then they wrote a $30,000 check and handed it to us. Yeah, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't tell. Maybe they went on and hit the link.
Maybe they said
made the
something
donation.
further, or they apologized for their behavior previously because you're such a good guy doing stuff for the children's hospital. Like maybe they felt like jerks for how they behaved earlier. I don't know. The way your voice trailed off there.
They weren't whistling in my ear after every Viking first down, which I'll talk to you about tomorrow. Oh, there's no fan base more annoying than Minnesota Vikings.
Write that down. I can't wait to hear about it.
Wow.
We have a lot more calls to get to. We would like to get to them again. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code HOLIDAY40. That's HOLIDAY40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. 130.25.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Waukesha South Mukwanaco senior swimmer Ella Antonuski. Competing in her home pool at the WIAA Division I State Championships, Ella capped off a legendary high school career, taking home her fourth first-place finish in both the 200-yard freestyle and 500-yard freestyle. That feat makes her just the second girl in Wisconsin history to win 4 state titles in 2 separate events, joining Waukesha North's Connie Wright. Antonuski dominated the competition, finishing over 2 seconds ahead in the 200 free and more than 3 seconds clear in the 500 free to complete an incredible double four-peat. The University of Georgia commit also got to share the moment with her younger sister Avery, who medaled in 2 events, making the day even more special for the Antonuski family. Congratulations to Ella Antonuski, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Steinhoffel's biggest Black Friday sale is happening now. Save 10% store-wide and get $50 instant cash back for every $4.99 you spend. Plus, get a $200 MasterCard rewards card when you use your Steinhoffel's credit card. And get amazing doorbusters like recliners at $229 and sofas just $299. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premier delivery on everything. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
A blizzard of $300,000 in prizes is rolling into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. It's Arctic action. Want in? Step 1. Earn entries with your rewards card December 1st through the 18th. Step 2. Show up for Thursday drawings. Step 3. Be ready for a chance to pick from a weekly prize board. As a bonus, there'll be a jackpot drawing for the leftover prizes. Arctic action. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Callen. From kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows, Callen makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallen.com.
Definitely think it's fun playing with the league, for sure, and you just got to keep finding ways to keep going, keep trying to put up as many points as possible, but yeah, playing with the lead, playing when the defense is doing what they're doing, it feels good, and be able to go out there and get a win, and it feels great.
Back to the phones we go. That was Jordan Love after the game, of course. Let's go north of the border, even more north than the UP, to our Canadian Portuguese correspondent, who was not very positive the last couple times we heard from him. I don't think that'll be an issue today. It is Ricardo in Canada. Ricardo, my friend, how are you?
Good morning, everybody. Oh, man, the green and gold Kool-Aid today is extra sweet. It's delicious. It's going down like sweet butter. Love it.
Sugar.
So, comments about yesterday. Yesterday is a homage to the big boys on the team. Offensive line, they're improving. They're getting better. Listen, I'm thoroughly impressed with Sean Ryan at center. I think he may have a future there. He's been playing pretty good. He's been putting in some good tape. Not all pro by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely serviceable. Maybe could be seen as a potential backup for the future. Maybe he's earning himself a contract. Who knows? Just throwing it out there. Big boy Belton. He reminds me a lot of the Mekhi Becton when he played for the Jets and went to the Eagles and won a Super Bowl. Big right tackle, put him at right guard. Could be a clone. Could be a clone copy. Who knows? I'm just saying. Banks, Ryan, and Belton up the middle. That's a lot of beef you got to move. You know what I mean? It's a lot of beef to get through, and we need that. That's good stuff. Defensively, defensive line was amazing. Parsons goes unquestioned. Wyatt, but listen. We may have something in this Georgia kid, Warren Brinson. He's played 2 games this year, and in both games, he's flashed. He has flashed with some pass rush up the middle, which is something we've been lacking sometimes. Listen, he's earning a little bit more. I don't know. I've been watching him. He's been playing really well. We may have a little hidden gem there, but great game all around. Love them all. And to top it all, everyone was talking about the play calling, all this stuff. Listen, boys, we play in 4 days. All right. This was the appetizer. This was the pig in the blankets. This was the broccoli with cheese. This was the vegetables and dip, okay? We get through this. We finished the game in like half the time as everybody else. Detroit went to overtime. Those guys are tired. We got to travel, We put in an extra shift, made some OT cash, put it in our pockets, and now we go to Detroit, and we're going to and that's where the main course. That's where we're going to show everybody on prime time what we're all about. Be happy. This is the perfect game. No one got severely hurt. We finished in record time. We go home. This is what we want, all right? So don't give me this, we're going to go for the juggler. Forget about the juggler. We won. That's all I care about, okay? And also, last quote, the MVP of last night for Big Boys was Tauscher. My man, that jacket on game time after, that was fantastic, my man. Listen.
Love it, Ricardo.
Big guys, I stay away from the puffy jacket sometimes, but you were looking bald. That thing looked nice and slim on you. I'm suggesting for future, maybe a little suede with the fur collar. Rock it out, my man. You can do it. You can pull it off.
What about Ricardo, what about a scarf with that? What about a scarf?
Big guys don't do scarves. Big guys don't do scarves.
They don't?
We don't do scarves.
Okay.
No, it's too much. You got to show the neck. That's the sexy part.
Okay, that's fair.
Great call,
right, boys.
Ricardo. We
You have a good one.
appreciate you.
Oh, Ricardo's the best.
He is indeed. First of all, I would say that the Nixon injury is the one thing that comes out of the game that would concern me. Secondly, I think he's right about Brinson. I think that he was noticeable yesterday, even in limited work. That is something that you were talking about it last week, if I recall correctly. Devontae Wyatt, since coming back from the injury, had not been a factor. Yesterday, he was again. So maybe you're getting something going in the middle of your defensive line moving forward. We'll see. Their center was coming off of IR, so Ryan Kelly, I think his name is. He did not play probably very well either. That may have factored
He got
in.
bulldozed a few. He got bulldozed a few times.
But I just thought it was I thought a couple of those observations from Ricardo were on point. Let's get to another call here. 844-770-3776. Let's go up to Minnesota, where Spencer is always surrounded by Paul Allen Vikings fans. Spencer, you should be enjoying today, buddy.
What are you doing?
I am. I actually, I usually listen to your guys' post game, at least the first hour, then when you hop on, Jason. But driving back from the deer stand this week, and I switched over to some of the Viking radio stuff, and that was a treat to listen to.
What is it? Give us a taste of how Vikings fans that surround you are feeling about a quarterback situation, which, as Tausch pointed out weeks ago, you had Sam Darnold, who I know did not finish the season well, but was pretty damn good for you. You had Daniel Jones on your team, who also has had his moments where he hasn't been great with the Colts, but he has been pretty darn good for most of the year. You had conversations about Aaron Rodgers, and instead you've got J.J. McCarthy. What are your Viking fans' friends feeling about the quarterback situation?
Yeah, it's tough because some of it is just like my own thoughts on it, because obviously being a Packer fan, the whole draft and develop thing has always been my mindset, and they've clearly kind of, tried to do both at the same time here, because I think there was a bunch of, he's not ready, Carson Wentz, yada, yada. Okay, let's see JJ. Now they're seeing JJ, and a lot of them seem to be giving up on him, and it just seems like, hey, maybe it would have made sense to have just not signing a veteran quarterback until Carson Wentz at the end of training camp. You didn't even have a guy in that building to show him, Kevin O'Connell's system who's played in it. So I've loved the mismanagement of the Minnesota Vikings. Third oldest team. They're $37 million over the cap next year. I hope they extend Kwesi again, even though he got one like a month ago. But should I just roll with my positives and negatives now?
You may now, yes. Thank you for your insights.
Okay. First thing I want to throw out there, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to do it again. The jingle for your Kringle, my wife bought a Kringle a couple months ago, an almond one. I could not believe how good that thing was. I actually looked to see if it was the Danish one or whatever from your guys', and of course it wasn't. It was absolutely delicious.
Well, you better come up with a song. You and your wife need to come up with a duet for a song for the entry so you guys can win it for a year.
Well, are they eligible outside of the state? I don't know the rules on that.
Ooh.
I'm asked Jason, it's your contest. Are they eligible or not?
We'll check at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Positives, negatives. They're both kind of the same thing. Matt LaFleur, I thought he was great overall, but the shotgun runs, before this we had the Mike McCarthy, Richard Rodgers 2-yard out that never worked. Early on it was the Matt LaFleur, Lazard, whatever, jet sweep that never worked. And now it's this shotgun run. Even with A.J. Dillon I hated. I understand Josh Jacobs likes it, which, okay, sure, I guess that at least we're getting some information on why they're running it. But yesterday, there was 3 or 4 times in a row that we ran out of shotgun where we got nothing or -3 yards. But then positive, Matt LaFleur's coaching, I think the last 2 weeks has kind of revitalized my confidence in him. Making the switch to Belton, I think is huge, not just for this year, but for next year. If we kept going with Jordan Morgan, we'd be going to the offseason with knowing he can't play right guard, not knowing what Belton is, and then next offseason, we have a competition at left tackle with two guys we haven't really seen there. So I wonder if they're going to move, if Morgan's going to be the backup at left tackle and left guard, and Kennard will be the backup right guard and right tackle, because it seems like they're more accustomed to each side of the offensive line there. And then again, getting rid of the horizontal passing for the most part, the jet sweeps, even just getting through the week with the Jordan Love injury, which I don't think many people were talking about. And one of his, being so coy on injuries, I think it really worked out this week, because I don't think anyone was expecting Jordan to really hand off with his right hand or whatever, the way that he was doing.
Right.
And the last thing I'll leave you guys with, which I don't usually get surprised or shocked by what you guys say, but a couple months ago, and I don't remember if it was before the season or early on the season, both of you guys, and of course I live down here, both of you guys said that Kevin O'Connell is a better coach than Matt LaFleur. And I've had my doubts on Matt LaFleur, but there is no way that guy is a better I think he's a better motivator, but I mean, he's been handed a couple halfway decent quarterbacks that he can get the job done with, but LaFleur showed that he could coach up Rodgers, which of course, there's positives and negatives there, and then coach up a learning quarterback in Jordan Love, and he's actually won playoff games when Kevin O'Connell hasn't. So I'm curious if you guys have changed on that opinion that you had.
Snap! I appreciate the accountability. It certainly was. He got out-coached yesterday. KOC did, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What do you want him to do? So last year, Kevin O'Connell was a better coach than Matt LaFleur. It beat us twice. They were better in the division. We both got knocked out in the first round. I stand by that. Now, every year's different. The decision that they made, and Kevin O'Connell, I don't know how much decision-making he has.
I don't either.
Where they lost their season is when they anointed J.J. McCarthy as their starting quarterback. That's when I said it's over. They're going to finish fourth, and they're going to not be a playoff team. The rest of their roster is good. I don't know what you want Kevin O'Connell to do with what they have. You would have to. I don't have any answers for you. They have a quarterback. He's not ready, and I don't know if he'll ever be ready. So you could put Vince Lombardi and Bill Belichick and Don Shula and Dan Shula and Mike Shula all in that staff, and they ain't winning that game yesterday. They're not. So Kevin O'Connell last year was a better coach. That's when we said it, probably in July or whenever we were talking about it. That was, I completely felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Kevin O'Connell's a really good coach. Matt LaFleur has had 17 more horses to run yesterday than what they did. That's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, the quarterback situation there, I am very curious, and I understand this is a Packers-centric show, and we will stay focused on that. But do you keep putting faith in J.J. McCarthy next year?
Yeah, if you want to get fired.
At what point
do
you do. Right. That's what I'm asking. At what point do you say, okay, look, I don't want to give up on a guy too early, but who is the guy?
No, you run this season. Run him through this season, Jason.
Was it Josh Rosen was the guy that was drafted in the top 10 by Arizona, and then they were like, nope, this guy stinks. Right? Remember that?
I think Josh Rosen's better than McCarthy.
He was out of the league in like 3 or 4 seasons.
Correct.
And he played for like 3 or 4 different teams.
Yes, true. Indeed. Yeah. That was
I'm
who
saying
I thought
right
of
now, J.J. McCarthy might turn it around, but J.J. McCarthy, you guys forget, he didn't practice last year. He's out for the whole year.
Correct.
He sat there for a year, and he was green already when they picked him. So it just, it was going to be a tough ask regardless, and it obviously has been. And I think, from their perspective, you ride this thing out with him, see if he makes strides and shows improvement. But regardless of what you do, you're bringing somebody in to compete with him and hopefully probably take the job from him. Would be my
Maybe
guess.
Malik Willis. We need to get some more of your calls and texts on the Carbless Talking text line. But first, I want to tell you about Lakeland Supply. They have been a great partner. We're excited to have them on board. Looking forward to, after the Packers season, going down there to Lakeland Supply and seeing their operation. Core values are an important piece to any successful business. And the crew at Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner, top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better, so set up that free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. More of your thoughts on the Packers' 23-6 win over the Vikings next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily, your game day headquarters all season long.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Thanksgiving is almost here. What are you bringing to the table? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Pairing the right wine with your Thanksgiving dinner can turn your meal into a celebration. But you don't have to be an expert to find the right wine. That's what our knowledgeable staff is here for. With over 8,000 varieties of wine, Discount Liquor can help you choose between a light, fruity Pinot Grigio, a big, luscious Cabernet, or anything in between, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again!
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com. And from our family to yours, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Discount liquor.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-grain, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. With delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian, Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer.
Continuing with the calls, lots of discussion in the YouTube comments. They're not doing their own show, though. I think they're largely discussing what we're discussing. So we'll get to a few of your comments in there if we have time as well. But let's get to a few more calls first on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. Let's go to Jamon in Dallas. Jamon, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Good. I can't wait for you to be a beacon of positivity again.
Yes, sir. What a game by the Packers yesterday. I think it was probably one of the best, over the past few years, one of the best defensive games I've seen for the Packers in a minute. We're missing guys like Quay Walker, but you couldn't even tell. Isaiah McDuffie flying around making plays. Evan Williams standing out making plays. The defense seemed like they're really getting things together. I know it was Minnesota, and I don't really have high praise for Minnesota, but, it was a great win for the defense for sure. Also, on the offensive side, I know a lot of people probably know Jordan Love is still dealing with the hit he took last week. Mm-hmm. And so, a lot of plays was coming from, a lot of run plays. A lot of people was hoping we'll be a little bit more aggressive, which I was hoping to on a few third downs. Luckily, this is the Vikings, so we can get away with things like that. We're playing the Eagles. I want Matt LaFleur having Jordan Love go for it on third down, not just running the ball from shotgun. This doesn't make sense. But for what it called for yesterday, great job by the team. The O-line came in, did what they needed to do. I've been saying this since week one. Anthony Belton needs to be starting. He was bullying guys when he played against the Eagles. I think you just get the guy on the line, let him learn, let him get his hands on guys and learn how to push and move guys out the way. And this guy's going to be a star-studded lineman. The guy is huge. He's a bully. I'd rather see him out there than Banks anytime. Hopefully after yesterday's win, maybe Thursday come up and Matt LaFleur watch a little film and get the guy out there. Mm-hmm. Overall, great win by the team. Nothing really to complain about. Let's get ready for Thursday. Hopefully everybody can get healthy so Jordan Love can actually start throwing the ball downfield. I don't think we can win that game against Detroit like we did yesterday. So hopefully everybody gets healthy and we get ready for the Lions.
So I agree with that, and thanks for the call, Jamon. I'm curious. I don't follow him, Tausch, but I saw Christian Watson's dad, somebody tweeted it toward me about how there was I don't know if it was the 3rd and 3 from the Minnesota 22 that they then ended up kicking the McManus field goal to make it 23-6, or if it was an earlier, I think it was the 3rd and 3 from the Minnesota 11 when they're in the shotgun and they give the ball to Wilson and he gets a 1-yard loss, and then McManus kicks the 30-yard field goal. It's a coin flip in either of those instances because they're both plays where 3rd and 3. That's where I thought Matt LaFleur showed exactly what his mentality was. Because I don't think Matt LaFleur, under most circumstances, is running the ball on 3rd and 3. I think he is throwing the football on 3rd and 3. And I think he felt like those are instances where let's just run it. If we get the first down, great. Otherwise, McManus makes the field goal to make it 20-6, which makes it a 14-point game, and then 23-6 the next time, which makes it a 3-score game. That's all I want. That, to me, is the opposite of what he will do on Thursday in the same situation. If he has 3rd and 3 from the 11 and 3rd and 3 from the 22 in position to score points, I don't think he's settling for a shotgun handoff. And I don't think that's the approach that they can or will take against the Lions on Thanksgiving. Does that all make sense?
We certainly hope not. Yes, we certainly hope not. And again, that's the discipline, because LaFleur loves throwing it around. He doesn't want to do that. He understood where the game was, what he needed, and I think he learned some lessons from that Cleveland game. I think he learned you want people to kind of you understand what your football team is, and you understand what your formula to win is, and you don't always have to have kind of your ego or what you want, because he wants this offense to be high-flying. He'd love for Jordan Love to throw for 300 yards a game and 2 or 3 touchdowns. That wasn't what yesterday was. And understanding that and then going out and doing it, that's what you're hoping for. So I thought yesterday was a good day of growth. And while there's a lot of people that disagree with me that I thought it was a great day for Matt LaFleur, I stand by it. I just agreed with how he approached it, and I love when your team executes the plan that you put in place. And it's a heck of a lot easier when you got Micah Parsons and the defense playing as downhill as they were. And, again, I don't know if you could have done that without that punt and the touchdown that came from that. Mm-hmm. Once that happened, I think he ended up going more Fort Knoxy. All right, we got this thing locked up. Let's just do it. Let's make sure nobody raids our gold. Let's just make sure it's all secure, and we'll protect it, and we'll move on with our life. That's what that punt that Paul Allen called, and that allowed Green Bay to really, really protect, and then that allowed you to have a very nice, easy, comfortable win at Lambeau yesterday.
Yeah, look, you're 1,000% right. It's 10-6 when the Vikings force that punt. So if they don't bungle that, and they had run the ball more productively than certainly the Packers defense wants to be allowing teams to do. They allowed the Panthers to do it. They allowed the Giants to do it. And early on, they allowed the Vikings to do it. They get the ball back at 10-6. They don't make J.J. McCarthy try to make plays. Maybe they go down and get a field goal to make it 10-9. Maybe they go down and take the lead at 13-10. But that... Yeah. No wonder Paul Allen was so upset, because the game was over after that.
It was, and I think Paul probably knew it. I think LaFleur knew it, and I think if you ask O'Connell, he knew it.
What are you doing?
2 scores. 2 scores was going to be a bridge too far.
Yep.
For Minnesota.
All right, I want to get to Jason and Jeff's calls next. Before that, though, you said something that I just wanted to make sure I heard correctly, because I agree with it, but it feels like there's, including our guy Josh DiMaggio, who agree with it. You said Matt LaFleur would rather throw the ball. He wants to swing it around. I agree with that, but there seem to be Packers fans who are convinced that he just likes to hand the ball to Josh Jacobs. And that is the way he would prefer to play offense. I don't believe that's true.
No, I think there's times where if Jordan makes a couple of ill-advised throws, I think Matt then kind of tightens up.
I agree.
He's like, well, I can't. That's what Matt LaFleur would love, like he did with Rodgers. You don't think Matt LaFleur wants to run, his offense to be an absolute wagon? That's what he wants. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think he's still figuring out where that Jordan Love sweet spot is. He's still trying to find that. And by the way, Jordan Love is still inconsistent. I think he's been really good, and I thought he managed that game yesterday in a really nice way. There weren't blank, what are you doing? I don't remember. Did he put it in harm's way at all yesterday? He had the one where he kind of scuffed it.
Yep.
He short-armed the throw over the middle. Outside of that, and that was more, I don't know if if it was a subconscious thing, I can't throw it there. He also made a couple of big boy plays. I feel like his command is really strong right now.
But it's a week-to-week league, and we will see what Thursday looks like.
You know what? I can't wait. I mean, obviously, I'm excited for this Thanksgiving Day tussle. I think it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what formula he is going to have against that Denver Bronco defense out there. That is going to be fascinating. We had Shug, who called. Shug is always our first caller, almost always, on our post game. And he thinks that the G&G is going to run the table, go 13-3-1. That's what Shug thinks. And I told him, if you can guarantee me we're beating Denver, I don't think you're crazy. But I think we'll be dogs out in Denver, and I'm going to pick Denver. Little spoiler alert. I picked Denver in August, and I'm still picking Denver when we go out there in a couple weeks.
You didn't pick Denver.
I can't wait for that game.
You picked them in May, I think, when the schedule came out. When we were
and
at the
I also
Hard
did
Rock.
in August, and I did in September. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. You said that 6 months ago.
Well, in fairness, Denver's been pretty doggone good this year, boys.
Indeed, they have.
I don't want to be whatever. I don't want to, because I am not. On the surface, I'm not a braggadocio guy. I'm not. Is that fair?
Tell me how great my analogy was, Guy. Is what you are.
No. My analogy was fine. Fort Knox.
Come on. How come you didn't say how great that was? Why didn't you give me more?
That's a check marker. That's a check marker.
What's your definition of braggadocio? Because based on what your definition is, maybe you might be right.
Jesse, I'm not I like to tell you when I'm right, but I am not interested in telling you how great I am. That's not where I want to live, right? Is that fair? Or do
that
you
was
guys
a great
disagree?
analogy, though, wasn't it? God, that was a great analogy, wasn't it?
You like
Jesse? I'm going to ask Jesse because
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you like to let people know when you were right. Not so much
That's
that
true.
you don't care about letting people know you're great. You leave that up to the rest of us. Yeah.
Thank you. That's yes. Okay, and I appreciate when you tell me how great I am, Jesse. That's very nice of you.
I know
so
you
thank
do.
You.
Same.
But I don't want to say this because I can't tell you how this was one of those weekends. It was a tiring weekend, but it was an awesome weekend for me. And it was fun. It was a reminder of, we got the great event on Friday, then the Badger game. I was able to call it, got to go to Tornado late Saturday, then got to get up early, go to the Packer game, do the post game. And it just was one of those weekends that, man, I felt really good about my ball knowledge this weekend. I felt really good about my ball knowledge this weekend of both the Badgers and the Packers. And that's, without anything else, I just felt like I had a really good weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
You went all that way just to say you felt like you knew stuff about football over the last 2 days?
Well, no. Because you can make predictions
You're in the
on things,
Packers
Jesse.
Hall of Fame. You're the Badgers Network analyst. Of course you know stuff about football.
Jesse, what I'm trying to say is there is a predicting part of this that is different than just analyzing what happened. I felt like I had a good gauge on what was going to happen in both games, and I felt like I was correct on both, and that is I just want to say it felt good to me. And I just want to make sure you know that felt good to me. It was a ball-knowing weekend for me, okay? Ball-knowing, a BKW. It was a BKW, and I don't get a lot of times that ain't the case, so I felt good about it.
I feel good about being an Associated Bank customer.
What, Jason, sometimes you can predict something that's going to happen. You write the article, and then your guy has a big game. You don't feel good about that? Of course you do.
Jason,
that's all I'm saying.
Did you have a good BKW this weekend also?
I don't have any K, so I'm just here to keep the show on the rails and to tell you about Associated Bank.
You're just a B-dub?
You had a ball observing weekend.
Oh, a bow.
Take a bow.
He's a bower.
I think Tausch already took a bow.
No, he's actually a B-I-W. I don't know how you'd pronounce that. Boo? Boo?
Associated Bank, the best customer service in the business. They've got the awards to prove it, and whether you have Badgers checking, Brewers checking, Packers checking, or just regular old Associated Bank checking with the Associated Bank logo like I do, you know you're taken care of by their great customer service. Whether it's early pay, whether it's credit monitoring, whether it's fraud protection, they've got your back. And as I always like to say, even though I didn't come up with it, it's not branches that make a bank local. It's roots. And Associated Bank's roots run deep in Wisconsin and here in Green Bay, where they were there when the Packers began. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. I understand that we still have one more segment left in the 10 o'clock hour, during which I would like to get to our final two calls from Jason and Jeff.
Ball knowers.
They are both ball knowers.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Callen. From kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows, Callen makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallen.com. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply until 11/30/2025.
At Great Midwest Bank, we've been serving Southeast Wisconsin homeowners for 90 years. Wait, 2025 minus 1935, 90 years. Wow. In our 90 years as a community bank, we've learned a lot about the values of the people who live and work here and appreciate the loyal customers that have made Great Midwest Bank who we are today. Find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Sometimes the best escape is the one you can take every day, right at home. Hey, it's Jen Latta. Between covering football games, traveling, and chasing my kids around, my schedule can get pretty hectic. That's why my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas has become my go-to for balance and recovery. The gentle, radiant heat helps me relax, sweat out stress, and recharge, so I'm ready for whatever's next. You can feel the same calm and reset. Just stop by the Good Health Sauna showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun, and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Let's get back to the phones. Then we'll get to the 11 o'clock hour, even though we're way behind. Jesse, start accumulating your text messages.
How did we get so far behind today? I don't understand this.
I don't know. Some people had a great BKW. Let's go to Jason, the architect,
5 minutes
in Hales
to take
Corners.
A victory lap on how much I know about football. Might have had something to do with it.
No, it was the predicting, Jesse. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
Okay, let's not do this. Let's get to the calls.
Okay, all right.
Jason, the architect in Hales Corners. Jason, good morning. How you doing?
Outstanding, gentlemen. Happy Victory Monday. I was actually at the game yesterday.
So was Tausch.
And
yep, so was Jason.
Yeah, there was Tausch, yeah. Wish I could have seen
so was Jesse.
So
was Jesse. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesse was there too.
Thanks,
so was Brian
guys.
Bulaga.
Yeah, everybody
He's a
was
ball
there.
knower.
Yeah.
Jesse's a ball knower. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, man, you guys, we were just balling yesterday. I just had 4 things for you guys. Number 4, LaFleur did a great job, I think, in coaching yesterday, even though everybody gives him a lot of garbage about his play calling. I think he really played to even being down with, like, Jacobs. I can't believe how well Wilson did. So number 4, I would say, would be LaFleur's play calling was outstanding yesterday.
2.
My number 3 would be Emmanuel Wilson. Getting over the century mark. Hallelujah. I think he actually had 125 total yards. My number 2 was the punt fumble, which gave us the lead going into half. And then my number 1, I wore my Micah Parsons jersey, hoping to God he'd get some sacks. I was praying for even half a sack. That man got me 2 sacks yesterday. The defense played phenomenal. And if we can carry this momentum going into Detroit, I'm going to predict Green Bay is going to win 27-14.
Okay.
And if you end up being right, on Friday we'll bring you back and call and say
BKW.
you had a BKT, a ball-knowing Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is there a way, and I don't want to put more
Thanks,
work
Jason.
on Jesse.
Bye.
Thank you, Jason. So is Jason the architect of Hales Corner, or is he just an architect that works in Hales
he's just
Corner?
in Hales Corners.
You don't know? Do you know for sure he didn't do Hales Corner
I am very
architecture?
confident because it's been around for a while. I'm very confident Jason did not design Hales Corners.
Well, you said Jason, architect of Hales Corner.
No.
So
Jason the architect in Hales Corners.
I want to throw something out there because I think we're going to have some fun with this ball knowing deal because I think it's fun. What I'd like to do, and Jesse, I know we have to talk to the powers that be. I would like to, whoever has the closest prediction model of what happens in that game, a la the BKW, maybe we get him an Iron Jock light hoodie with Wilde and Tausch on it. Is that something we could pull off?
Hales Corners.
I'm asking.
Hales Corners was part of the Northwest Territory of the United States in 1783.
But you call in or you put it on the Carbless Talk and Text line to score, and kind of how the game goes. And then they become and we put BKW. We put BKW on the sleeve of the quarter zip from Iron Jock.
Okay,
Is that something we could do?
Slow down.
Let's get to one last call.
I will see what we could potentially do.
I want to pass out a BKW award.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Bold-a-thon, but every week we do a BKW.
That sounds stressful.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Are you done?
I don't know. We'll see.
I would love to give out the Iron Jock stuff. It's great. I want people to enjoy it.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Might be
BKWs.
All right. Hey. Stop. Ball knower. We got one more call. Then we can spend the 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Somewhere
let's
in
go to it.
between you planning to give out more Iron Jock gear. Let's go to Jeff in Milwaukee. Jeff, did you have a BKW, a ball-knowing weekend?
No, I mean, I understand Tausch's point. Every week you've got ideas and an analysis. His is based on playing and years of history. Most of us are just obviously not on playing, but being fans. And it's nice when, your experience and what you're doing actually comes to play out the way you thought it would. And it doesn't always happen. And so it is a good feeling.
A lot of times it doesn't.
Okay.
And so then you take a lengthy victory lap and prevent Jeff from getting
It was a minute. You act like it was 5 minutes. It was 1 minute.
It was not a minute.
Jeff, go ahead. Let's not have semantics here. Jeff.
All right. So
let's go to the phones.
Tausch, I called.
Jeff's got his own show. He's taking calls.
I called Tausch. I called yesterday. I was the second caller, and then we got disconnected. So, anyways, with regard to Jordan Love, the play you're talking about is where there was a free runner at him, and he threw a ball over two actual linebackers and hit Wicks with a perfect pass on third down. And it was, that is the type of play, I'm just going to say, an average or even a really good quarterback can't make. He stood in there, he took the hit. With regard to the play calling, I am willing, there's a caveat, I'm willing, until we see Thursday's game, to give LaFleur a bit of a pass because he was hyper-conservative, and I think one of the reasons was, honestly, that we're not appreciating, or I didn't think we appreciated at the time. I think Love's shoulder was actually bothering him more yesterday than it was during the Giants game. If you saw the way he was handing off backhanded, he really didn't want to extend it. And I think that's why he was in shotgun a lot. So I'm willing to give LaFleur a pass, and I've been critical of his play calling, and my concern about Matt LaFleur is he goes into a game, and this is what he's got to prove, and if he proves me wrong, I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong. He goes into a game with a game plan, and when that game plan works, he's great. He's a little bit like Mike Budenholzer was. He goes into a game with a game plan, and if it's not working, he struggles to figure out what to do next. So I hope they open up. They open up the offense on Thursday. I just want to lay this out and get your guys' thoughts on this. Teams take the lead of their coach. One of the things that Matt's liability is when he gets tight and nervous, everybody in the stadium, you can all feel it. And I'm sure it transcends to his players when he gets nervous. So this is the thing. Tausch, in 2010 when you were on the team, Mike McCarthy did two things that I thought were really brilliant in terms of that team. He said to the team, we are nobody's underdog. And I think that galvanized the team and gave them a lot of confidence. The other thing that he did is he was very open about this. He gave Aaron Rodgers the keys to the car. And it wasn't, you guys got to remember this, look back. It wasn't like Jason says, this was before Aaron Rodgers kind of became Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers became Aaron Rodgers in 2011 through 2014. And he started to become Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs in 2010. But I think a key part of that was giving Rodgers the keys to the car. If you look at Rodgers' statistics for that year, regular season, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,922 yards. Jordan Love right now is on pace for 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 4,000 yards. At some point, you got to make the leap. He's got to give Jordan Love the keys to the car. And you got to live with it. And you can't, and I'm saying this, if he gives him the keys to the car and Jordan Love makes a few bonehead mistakes and bad decisions, you still got to give him the keys to the car. Yeah, whatever. He threw one ball that was kind of up in the air in the game yesterday, and it was to Wicks in the fourth quarter, but it was deep into the Vikings territory. I mean, if they would have picked it off, they would have had the ball on the 10-yard line, and it was on 3rd and long. So, the situation kind of, if you never want to do it, but the situation was in the favor to be more aggressive. So that was my question to you guys. At some point, let this offense run through Jordan Love and give him the keys to the car, and can Matt LaFleur do it? So that's just a point of discussion. And you guys, thanks for having the show. I appreciate it.
So I'm glad, Jeff, 2 things Jeff brought up there. One, I do think that Jordan Love's shoulder is a bigger issue than he was letting on. And the reason I believe that is what Jeff said, because he didn't hand off with his right hand.
He oppoed it. Yeah, he oppoed it.
Right. He didn't do that when his thumb was jacked up. Remember? He had the brace on, but he still handed it up normally for most of the time. But when his shoulder was a problem, he did do the wrong hand handoff for balls. Let's see if it's the right hand.
Oppoed.
It would be, he was using his right hand for runs to the left, which he normally wouldn't do.
It's like doing a layup with the same foot. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Right. So that was what told me, and I had the exact same thought when I saw him doing it, that this is more, and look, I said it earlier, it's the injury that Carson Wentz had. Obviously, his was worse, where you could see him in excruciating pain. We saw it last night. Baker Mayfield didn't finish the game.
Yep.
And it's the same injury, obviously more significant, but let's not poo-poo the seriousness of this or why Matt LaFleur took the approach he did. Secondly, I brought up the old all gas, no brakes yesterday on Twitter and when I was on with Homer on Green Bay game night. I think Thursday is probably a game, to Jeff's point, where they're going to have to be a lot more gas and a lot less brake. Maybe
not all
gas. Right, not all, but...
Yep.
That's the difference. They're going to have to probably do some serious scoring. We'll see what their defense does. Maybe their defense shuts down the Lions again.
Yep, I think that's the question. And I think Jeff's point with Matt LaFleur, when he has a plan and it doesn't go the way the plan is in place, I thought that was an awesome point by Jeff.
I agree. Almost as awesome as Coors Light.
Yep, Coors Light brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. It was nice. It was a little chilly day yesterday. Didn't have to worry. The mountains were blue from the jump right away yesterday. Mountains blue. Yep, old T wanted to chill. Make sure you have that Coors Light. That's what I like. Hopefully you like it as well. Only 102 calories. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
Record-settingly behind schedule. It is 11:21.
Yeah, I don't even know how. I just don't know how. No Bulaga, no Evan. How?
You're making it even longer.
That's why I'm doing it.
Go back and check the film. I think it'll stand out.
Yeah, I know.
We'll be back in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
They're 3-7. They've lost 7 of 8. They don't have Jamar Chase this weekend. They don't have, because of a suspension. They don't have Trey Hendrickson, their best defensive player, because of injury this weekend. They may or may not have Joe Burrow. They may or may not have Joe Flacco, who's got an injury as well. They're closer to last place than they are second place. Forget first place. I'll put their chances of making the playoffs at 0. Numerically, is Joe Burrow going to be significantly better than what Joe Flacco has been? I'm not saying he's not a better player. Don't get that twisted. But you get the point. I get it. He's much better. There's no doubt in that. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league, MVP candidate every year, taking a team to a Super Bowl. This is not a Joe Burrow knock. This team, to me, is so far away that I can't believe they're rushing him. I find this to be wild. I find this to be another example of Joe Burrow running this team and no one standing in his way. Someone needs to protect Joe Burrow from himself.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11:24 hour of Wildy and Tausch begins now. I do want to get to, and it's going to be close because we only have 36 minutes left of show. Why does everybody still have such an issue with college students storming the field when their football team, which has struggled all year, wins another game against a ranked opponent? I don't get it.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. I have thoughts, and you know I hate hypocrisy.
I am not a fan of hypocrisy either. What I am a fan of are Jesse sharing text messages from the Carbless Talkin' text line. Jesse, what have you curated?
Oh my
You're a big
God.
curator.
This is the longest one I've ever put up here.
What on earth?
That is a very small font.
I wanted to put it up to see what it would look like, and I didn't think it was going to look that ridiculous. But it's from an 818 area code, which I did not look up. So make sure to remember.
Utah? Is that Utah?
We're going to find out. You look it up while I read this novel here. And remember, if you're going to text us, to let us know where you're texting from and what your name is so we can give you proper credit. Enjoyed defensive beatdown of the loathsome Vikings yesterday with a caveat. If Matt LaFleur attempts to replicate his Newt Rockne-like third down playbook against the Lions, we will lose. Even taking under consideration the run-to-win philosophy reliant on the Vikings' abysmal quarterback situation that makes Geno Smith resemble the second coming of Johnny Unitas, Matt LaFleur's play calling has been inert and predictable by putting Love in... in third and long situations. I'm almost done. I think the play calling needs to try to keep the opponent off balance, and we don't seem to do that this year. Do you agree?
All right, so a couple things.
Will, did you write this?
I did not.
Did you write this?
I do not have a burner phone from the San Fernando Valley of
well, you
Los
asked
Angeles.
me to do it. Jesse asked me to do it, so I looked it up.
I don't think he did. I don't specifically you. Secondly, for those of you wondering what the word inert means, it means lacking the ability or strength to move. So the offense has been inert.
Huh. The text did ask, what do you think and do you agree?
Well, Jason took over, so Jason, go ahead.
Because I looked up the San Fernando Valley.
Jesse tells me to look something up. I do it, and then instead of letting me actually do it, you take it. So go ahead, Jason. You got it, Jason. Go ahead.
I agree with the 818 area code in the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles
Great
County.
analysis. That's awesome. Yep, I agree.
Because,
Do you agree? Yep.
Because, in the words of the great American orator, innovator, and someone who does not feel the need to tell you how great he is, Mark Tauscher, No blank. You can't run the offense that they ran against the Vikings, against the Lions. They are a more explosive offense. You're going to have to score more points.
Why do people feel like Matt LaFleur doesn't understand that either? Do they think I don't understand why you have different game plans. If we did the same thing every week, people would be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Correct.
You don't make any adjustments, and you don't do. Well, they have a stud, Myles Garrett. This is what we do. We just block the left hand. We don't bring people in to help because that's not what we do. You adjust and you game plan. That's why you spend weeks doing stuff and you advance scout and you do all this. So it's almost as if the people that think what happened yesterday, they have little to no faith in Matt LaFleur. And you know what? Maybe they'll be proven right. Maybe they'll get the BKW for next week and say, LaFleur did the same thing. He ran Emmanuel Wilson 32 times on Thursday, and we got beat. Maybe. I don't think so. But Matt LaFleur has shown enough to know he is going to adjust and try to do something. Now, Jeff's point is really valid, and I think probably could be delved into a little deeper about adjusting off of what he thinks. If he thinks a game is going to be low scoring and all of a sudden Dallas puts up a 40-burger, you know what? We'll match. We won't do more, but we'll do the exact amount to tie them. It's better than losing. Go ahead.
Tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin so we can get some more text messages on the other side.
When it comes to your home, the smart play, trust Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month only, score a whole house of new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, 0 interest for up to 72 months. That is like a drive you can sustain 4 years, keeping your home comfortable, thanks to that incredible defense played by Pella. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More of your texts from the Carbless Talking text line. We can only hope they're as long as that one from the San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles County. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all. On the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house. Only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers snapped a 2-game losing streak at home as they took down the Vikings 24-10 to kick off a crucial 3-game stretch against NFC North rivals. Green Bay's defense dominated, sacking rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy 5 times and holding Minnesota to just 145 total yards. Here's head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Told them you can enjoy it for a couple hours, but really today's Wednesday in our world, so that it's a quick turnaround. So guys got to try to get their bodies back. We'll get together as a team tomorrow, and we're off and on to Detroit.
It'll be a short week for the Green and Gold as they'll head to Detroit to take on the Lions for Thanksgiving.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We are here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank, equal housing lender, NMLS 433891.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. With delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian, Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer.
Back to the Carplets Talking text line we go for another couple of text messages curated by one Jesse Nelson.
Oh, there's Tal. She's back on our video stream. There you go. He was frozen for a second, but we're good. Here's one from the 715 area code.
Central Wisconsin.
Again, first-time texter, which we love. But make sure when you're texting us that you say where you're from and what your name is. So
Wood County, Portage County, Juneau County. I think it actually goes all the way up into Eau Claire. I think Eau Claire's a 715, too. Minocqua. I think you go all the way up north.
715 shares this observation on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. Although they did not get home except for one sack, didn't the Vikings have several pressures? It's my understanding that they had 2/3 of Jordan's dropbacks to be pressured. Although the results weren't good, that seems like a high percentage. From the 715.
Flores blitzes a lot. And he was able to scheme some stuff, and that's another reason why I thought Matt LaFleur ran the ball as much as he did. So it's a potato-patata deal, and I thought yesterday that's what they knew that they needed to create big plays. You create big plays by getting in quarterbacks' faces, make them uncomfortable, make them make bad decisions, get in the backfield, try to disrupt. And Green Bay, when they did, it was only one sack. I did think that they did some good things with their pressure packages, but not enough. And that is also why, for everybody saying LaFleur was too conservative and all this other stuff, you also have to know who you're going against and what their plan and what their thought is. And they knew with Green Bay's defense and what was going to happen that they needed short fields. They didn't get them. And it's a big reason why they got smoked.
So I want to go back to something we were talking about earlier, that text message from the person in the 715 area code highlights. When you're going against a defense that blitzes, I believe the stat coming into the game, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody who has this, was 72% of their opposing quarterback dropbacks, which is an astronomical number. And you have a quarterback who has enough of a problematic non-throwing shoulder injury that he's handing off with the wrong hand on certain handoffs. You don't want him standing back there waiting to get walloped by an unblocked blitzer. Like Eric Wilson came through multiple times. Like Eric Wilson looked like a guy that the Packers should have never let out of their building. right? Like, again, I know he's 30 years old, but he had a very good game yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
And he was really good for them last year, too, when he had to play. I think he's probably the type of veteran player that has value on your team.
Who are you benching? Who do you not want out there from Green Bay if you're keeping him?
Well, he doesn't have to be a starter. He's a special teams guy who then is a fill-in starter for you, like he was last year when Quay Walker missed time and had some really good moments.
How much is he playing with Minnesota? Is any start?
I don't know. I haven't checked his snap counts. If he's playing every down for them, great for him. But I'm saying the Packers had the chance to keep him, and he went back to Minnesota. They didn't try to re-sign him. And if you like Tyron Hopper better, fine. But I do think he is the kind of guy that you want to have a few of those guys in your locker room. He's pretty well respected in there. I think Isaiah McDuffie.
You know what? When you retire, and I don't know when you're going to retire from this, I think you should go and I think, and I'm being dead serious. You love older folks. I think like going to be a volunteer or go work at like a old folks like a nursing home type place would be good, because I think you'd be really good at that. I'm being dead serious too. You're thoughtful, you're caring, and you care about older folks. You want every old player to stick around, man. You still think Jordy could play
30.
That's old in Green Bay, and you know that. Come on now.
It's not old everywhere else in the league, though.
Are you new here?
Are you new here? No, I'm new at Shady Acres.
You're here 30 years. You're here 30 years.
I'm new here at Three Pillars Retirement Community that Homer talks about on his show. I have not started
Jesse, don't you think Jason would be good? He tells long stories. He helps people fall asleep, like the camera dude up in Green Bay. Like, you think he likes games? Like, don't you think he'd be good at that?
I do. I love Clue. I always like to be
Clue is a good
Mustard.
Game. It's fun.
I think Jason would be great in that capacity. Yes, I think that's
yes
that he could do.
Trying to throw him a compliment, and he's getting all
yeah. I think his skill set would apply to a lot of great charitable things that he could do whenever
your compliments are never just compliments, just like the Da Vinci thing earlier in the program.
Why are you on that? You know, if you actually would go and execute this, it is so
it's
unique.
It's not brilliant.
Nobody's
not. You know it's not. All right. Jesse, do you have any other text messages, or would you like to get to Woe Now?
One more long one.
Oh, with a name on it.
For the love of God. Wow.
I picked the longest text we got today.
This is
to put up here.
This is Wildy's dream. You guys are writing books.
The Packers play. This is from Joe and Sheboygan, by the way, on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talk. A text line. Less is more. The Packers played a knockout game where they needed to game plan the run game more than the passing game. I am not sure why everyone is on the get rid of Jacobs bandwagon, because Wilson had a great game. Not to take away from what Brooks and Wilson did in the backfield, but I think Jacobs is still a better and stronger back. I wanted to put this up here. This is my aside. I wanted to put this up there because it's like no blank. But the fact that this is a conversation that's now happened for a couple of weeks, I think is crazy. There's also the question here. Do you think with Jordan dealing with his injury, they would incorporate some series or even individual plays with Malik Willis? Joe and Sheboygan.
No. Nope.
By the way, Joe's not the only one who's texted that in. It captured it here, so I wanted to.
No, I understand the premise of it, and I think if you're going to, when you say series, if you maybe want to bring him in for a play, a short yardage play or something like that, I'm not opposed to it. But I just think if you believe that you have a franchise quarterback and you're paying him that way, I don't want to have the ball out of his hands. That's just how I feel. Like if it was Favre and Rodgers, I'm sorry, you could bring Cordell Stewart in. You could bring in whoever you want. What was the dude's name that we cut that ended up having a real nice career with the Saints?
Aaron Brooks.
Jackknife guy? No.
Taysom Hill,
thank you. Bobby Hebert. You just naming Saints quarterbacks? Richard Todd. Let's go Richard Todd.
Jackknife guy.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. A jackknife you can use for 100 things. Taysom Hill's a jackknife guy.
I thought that's a Swiss Army knife.
It can be both. Like, you're not the one bringing this up. If you want to, you could have, instead of saying Richard Todd, Taysom Hill is the guy.
Richard
so
Todd.
if you have someone of that ilk,
I could say Taysom Hill's name with Aaron Brooks.
It's not like he wasn't a Packers quarterback who became a Saints quarterback, and with the only clue being jackknife, I didn't know what you meant. You just talked about Favre.
Okay. Whoa, Nelly is next.
I don't fully. Oh my God.
Well, we'll have to play some extra trivia later in the week, presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Callen. From kitchen and bathroom remodels to Infinity by Marvin fiberglass replacement windows, Callen makes your home feel like a win. Request your consultation today at callcallen.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Restrictions apply. It's 130.25.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Will Summers. After back-to-back heartbreakers, the Golden Eagles found a way to finish, beating Central Michigan 85-71. Chase Ross led the charge with 27 points and 7 assists, while late threes from Ben Gold and Adrian Stevens put the game out of reach. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
We got to be better, with our connectivity when the chips are down. This was a baby step in the right direction.
With the win, Marquette moved to 4-3, but finally back on the winning side, heading into a Black Friday challenge against Oklahoma in Chicago.
Your business is unique, and your health plan should be too. At United Healthcare, our group health plans are built for you and your employees. Whether you're running a small startup or managing a large enterprise, we offer solutions designed to fit your needs, your goals, and your budget. Explore your options today at uhc.com/Wisconsin. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Whoa! What are these? Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Available in 2 great flavors, cheesy garlic or pepperoni. Both delicious. Screamin' Sicilian doesn't play around. They're fully loaded breadsticks that come in their own bakeable tray.
Dang! Woo! These are next level. Are they the main course?
Nah, just the appetizer. Find Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Bring the party, bring the flavor.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It's going to be brief, just the way we prefer it, although Barb certainly likes the extended version of Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
All right, so do you want to hear about the bathroom or the picture? Those are your options. All right. Do you... You said it first, so you win. Do you openly avoid, when you're at a sporting event, or really any event, bringing an open beverage into a bathroom?
No.
I'd never thought about it until someone said something about it yesterday, and I thought, oh... It is kind of gross to like carry an open can of Coors Light and set it on top of the, the little, they provide you the little countertop thing that you can put your beverage on while you're going to the bathroom, but it's like you're bringing it in there and all the smell and everything and the bacteria is bouncing around in there. Like, it's gross to think about. I don't really...
Do you know?
That's not
bacteria, or are you afraid it's gonna like bank? You're afraid like bacteria is gonna bank into your beverage?
When you're in a bathroom, a large bathroom that a lot of people flock to at the end of quarters and whatnot, you run to the beverage stand, you get a Coors Light, then you go inside, and then you're gonna go to the bathroom. And you set it up top, but they always open it for you because they don't want you taking closed beverages, which is fair for all the places where that happens. And then it's an open beverage in a bathroom. I'd never thought about it before. I'd never do that at home.
Yeah, well,
can I? Hi. I
go
sit in
ahead,
the press box. I don't take my beverage from my seat in the press box to the bathroom. So I don't have experience with this. Do they take away the cap of your bottle so you can't close it and then chuck it? Like, what is the reason why? Do they take away your cap?
Well,
is that correct?
I don't think they really do bottles anymore, but for obviously with cans they open them, and then with like cups of soda, if you don't have a lid, it is what it is. But a lot of times sodas, they give you the lids with the straws.
Okay, so if you were drinking, so you would prefer to drink your beer if you have to take it into the bathroom in a soda cup with a straw, so the amount of open air for the bacteria to jump off of the toilets and the walls into your beverage is reduced? Am I understanding what you're looking for here?
I think in certain situations, if you go...
How would Tausch with his coffee manage to go to the bathroom?
Yeah,
he never
tough.
uses a cap.
That would be tough. In certain...
I think you have to be leery. People don't like leaving their drinks if you're not like with people that you trust.
Sure.
Right.
And know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people take drinks into the bathroom.
Let me say this. The feedback I received specifically was, why would you go to the beverage stand first to get a Coors Light and then go to the bathroom? Why wouldn't you go to the bathroom first and then the
line shorter?
And that's what I said. And they said, but then you have to take the open can into the bathroom, and that's gross.
Take your open can into the can, am I right? No?
Good one, Jason.
I had never thought about it, and so I was wondering if this is something people consciously think about or not, because I had never thought of it.
I'm not going to lie to you. No, I've never thought of it, but I'm also not worried about. I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy worrying about. I don't think that's how bacteria work, where they bounce off stuff and they say, "Oh, I got Nelson's Coors Light can. Let's make sure we sprinkle some bacteria in there." You're not going close enough where people are going to pee in your cup. So I don't think that's how it works. But Jesse, maybe it is, and I just don't know it, and I'm naivete on it.
So just to be clear, that we had a 3-minute window for Wonelli, and that is where we went.
I asked you picture or
what was the other option?
The picture.
All right. Well, I'm kind of intrigued what the picture is.
Too bad you chose the can. You asked for the bathroom. You got the bathroom. And now we're done.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I guess, we're done. And, my time management today was bad, so that's on me.
Maybe we'll find out in tomorrow's Wonelli. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Victory Monday is brought to you by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza. With delicious brands like Palermo's, Connie's, Urban Pie, and Screamin' Sicilian, Palermo's has your game day covered. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Leave your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
The holidays are shining bright at Deer District. Join us November 21st through the 30th for the first ever Deer District Holiday Market. Presented by Deer District Bid 53 and produced by Events by Design. From concept to celebration, Events by Design can transform your events to create unforgettable experiences with curated vendors, immersive decor, and seamless flow from start to finish. Shop local, sip seasonal, snap holiday photos, and drop your letter to Santa free to attend. Visit deerdistrict.com/holiday. Shop small, shine bright at the Deer District Holiday Market.
Victory Monday is brought to you by National Liquor Mart on 16th and National in Milwaukee. Stock up on the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 to 9 daily. Your game day headquarters all season long.
Let me show you something so you don't leave your lonely.
All right, we're out of time, as is often the case. We will discuss the Badgers and rushing the field and everything else you wanted to get to related to Wisconsin's win over Brett Bielema and the Illinois Fighting Illini, including someone having to wear one of Tausch's game-used helmets, which I don't know if that actually occurred or not.
I only have one, so I'm not 100% sure how I even get that, but yeah.
That's what I saw being promoted on social media.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories.